Hey guys, so happy Friday. We're off again for another weekend. But before we go to the weekend and there's no trading days once again, let's talk about the markets and let's do a deep dive of it. So I want to talk about the Philippine Stock Exchange Index. Then I want to talk about Metrobank, Ayala Land, PDO, SM Prime, PHA, and then maybe we could add URC to the mix. So before that, also, no, the market uh, suddenly moved up in the final minutes, then retraced a bit lower. A few minutes also before it started to close as well. Value turnover was very very respectable, 9.12 billion. So the way I would see it, no, yung pent up uh, transactions that weren't there in the first half of the year, it looks like ngayon na that we're closing the year, we're seeing larger amounts of transactions, and Metrobank is in it. 872 million. Ayala Land is in it, 697 million. BDO is there too, 523 million. SM Prime 496, PHA 381 million. Then you have URC at 124 million pesos. What's interesting is Ayala, no, is above 40 pesos already. We're gonna discuss that in a bit, and whatever implications are there. But anyways, if you're new to this channel, I forgot to say this. I'm Marvin Germo. I'm a stock market trader and investor, and I'm a national bookstore best-selling author. Also, I've written 5 books in the markets, and I'm an international keynote speaker where I get invited by different organizations, corporations to talk about investing and the markets. But here's the thing, no matter how much videos we create here, please do note that these are never stock picks. These are not stock tips. This is not me. I mean, suggest to put my mic closer. This is not me telling you to buy, sell, or hold the stock just because it's talked about here. What I'm sharing here are principles that the whole goal and narrative is basically to teach you, to show you the way I would analyze a stock, so that the whole goal is you replicate it, you study it on your own, and then you find a sweet spot that will work for you. But please, not just for my channel, but other channels out there, or other sources of information, whether it be books, TV stations, radio shows, do not buy just because it's talked about. You have to firm up and build up your own opinion in the market. So, anyways, this is where we are. As of December 11, 2020. By the way, uh, one day na lang before yung 12/12 ng Shopee and Lazada, no. So nakakaba. So by the way, I posted something. This could be also for you guys. I forgot to mention this. It's in Instagram. Check out my last post there. Itong picture na to, paki-like na rin, suportahan Marvin Germo Instagram. But since meron tayong 12/12 tomorrow, there's a shop back option where you get to save at least 5% that goes back to your account. So just look at it here, look at this particular picture, and then you can see all of the details there. And paki-like, supportan, hindi gwapo. And parang awa nyo na Instagram ko, I don't know nga, Instagram has my least following, baka dahil hindi gwapo, but joke lang. I kid myself. But anyways, the BSEI, ayun, hopefully, no, hindi maubos yung bonus niya sa Shopee and Lazada, and meron din kayo ma-invest. And I do hope that you put a big chunk also of your money on investing. Then saka na kayo mag-enjoy. I mean, okay lang naman bumili ng stuff, but if that's the primary motivation on why you want to do things, then at the end of the day, sayang eh. You could use your money also to further the other plans that you want and want to have as well. So anyways, PSEI, December 2020, December 11, 2020, it's still in an uptrend. PSEI, December 11, 2020, it's breaking out of the 7217 resistance level. If I'll zoom in so you see it and you have better clarity here, this is how it looks like. So Tagos, it broke out from that particular level. So this is interesting because the last time we went above this range, if you look at it, was over here. It was February 26. So we're right far already back from pre-lockdown levels. So please remember the lockdown was somewhere here. We are over here. So the market is back and it rebounded quite fast also. Anyways, range to watch for tomorrow or next week. 7217. If we see the market stay above the 7217 level, then it solidifies itself as a level of support. And if it solidifies itself as a level of support, your next possible resistance will be the 7543 level. So please watch that. And another thing that I'd like to point out is it's building another smaller but shorter uptrend also right here. So let's see now over the short term, it really hasn't broke it, brought about by the bounce from the 6750 support. Now we have to look at 7217. Will it be a new level of support? And will we possibly see this? Akyat konti, bounce, then retrace, then bounce pa ganun. So I don't know if that's the scenario, but if that's the scenario, then a quick trade probability could be 7217 breakout. Short-term target is 7543. Bounces off. Kung legit talaga yung 7217, we will see it break out. Then it starts to go to the 7543 level. And when that happens, then we open up another ball game on where it could possibly go. And we see a bigger and broader reversal also in the markets as a whole. So that's where we are in terms of the PSEI. Let's look at Metro Bank. So for Metro Bank, this is how it, oops, typo. For Metro Bank, this is where we are. So what's so interesting is, if you see it right there, it's so clear that even though Metro Bank was up today with immense volume, it still has not broke past the short-term resistance that I I drew over the past few days. So, if you want to note something, ito yung pinaka ginagalawan na niya ngayon. Ito yung mundo niya, parang telenovela. This is its entire movement right now. So the past few days, it's consolidating at that range. Short-term movement is around, you can peg it somewhere around 49.8. Then short-term resistance is at 51.76. It has not changed the fact, though, that it's still breaking out uh, from this resistance at 43, and we have a larger resistance still at the 55.94 mark. So if you want to backtrace how I analyze Metro Bank from its reversal and breakout, please just watch the previous videos prior to this. Next, Ali, very, very interesting. Large volume, up 3.87%. It closed at 41.6. And then it cleared another resistance level. What's so interesting about that, this entire upward push, money was still continually moving in. Now, areas to watch out for Ali for next week is you have a resistance here, somewhere around the 44 mark, then followed by 47.73. So that's where Ali is. That's how interesting it looks. And please do note the lowest that it has been already was last September when it dropped to around the 27 peso mark. So that's where it is right now, and it's progressing and breaking out. So a couple of things for Ali. It has reversed downtrend to uptrend. A couple of things for Ali. It's currently in an uptrend. It's currently in the second or at least third movement up na nga niya, looking at the trend lines that I drew. Now, that being said, breakout 40. If it solidifies next week, resistance 44. If fails to break off of that, that's a short term resistance already that you may want to look at. If it breaks past that, then we see Ali move to 47.75. So that's your current progression for Ali. 40.36 support breakout, and it closed at around 41.6. No? So bantayan nyo lang if the 40.36 level will hold. Next resistance is 44, then 47.73. So that's where we are for Ali. Then another stock that we have been talking about over and over is BDO. What's interesting is BDO closed up today, but it still was not able to break past the resistance. So I drew this. I don't know for what video I drew it, but it's moving and ranging still also at this particular level. So the box that I drew, nandyan siya ngayon, and it's still trying to break past the 111.5 resistance level. So please do write that down, 111.5. Breakout from that, target 142.3 as the next resistance. So it will be interesting because if it breaks past that, then we may see larger strides of movement upward. There's still a 28.9% upward push from where BDO is right now. Should it break out from the 111 level? But if it does not, you may see it either consolidate here, because that's how it moved the past few days, or there might be more retracements lower for the stock. So comment below if you're learning, comment if this is something that's helping you. And I just want to announce, since there's a lot of people asking questions on when the next technical analysis courses will be, for outside the country, we're still waiting for clearances on how we can fly out, restrictions. So until that gets fixed, we have two offerings only. Number one is uh, our technical analysis classroom session, but it will be the end of January, last weekend of January, Saturday and Sunday. It will be in Makati. Link is in the description below. But since we are under quarantine protocols, it's first come first serve, and it will only be very very limited. So it will be dependent on the room that we will get, considering that. How do I put this? Since we did a pilot run a couple of weeks ago where sobrang konti lang ng tao kanina ko pa pinapakita yung phone ko, pero I'll show you some pictures. I'll show you. So sana yun, dun sa ginawa namin, yun, eto ako, naka-mask ako the whole time. And then people were required to wear face masks, but above and beyond them being required naka-face shield din for that particular time frame. But I wanted to show you, wala yata yung group picture. Sayang, no group. But there was one person per table, and then so it occupies the room already, so hindi pwede sobrang dami. So that's why it's first come first serve. And then we're currently in the process of editing our technical analysis online course, but it's not yet done. If you want to be updated on when that will be available, there's another link katabi ng classroom session. You can click that, leave your email address and mobile number, and then when it becomes available, we will be able to send you more details for that as well. So, yun lang. Then, other than that, kung gusto niyo pa matuto, books down below, and also uh, YouTube videos. I guess that's the way to do it. Anyways, let's continue. For SM Prime, this is how it looks. It's currently still at the resistance. So I think nothing much has changed for SM Prime. Current progression niya 39.75 resistance, then 34.5. So if it fails to break out from this next week, possible, ganun lang din siya, it hovers here. Or if it does not, then ito yung possible downward progression niya. So one scenario is it a very very short consolidation. Second scenario is it could correct lower back to the support level, which the last time it revisited it was around the first day of December. Then it did it again November 9, 2020. Breakout from 39.7. This is where it could possibly go. And I just want to show this. No, for SM Prime, it's already close already to its all-time high at the very least. So please do note also from a figures perspective na tamaan din yung income nila, because this is primarily malls and condominium development. So may hit at may impact pa rin sa earnings nila. But from a chart perspective, which we've been tackling about for quite some time, na forward-looking stock market, and that's why we're seeing the forward-looking movement that's available in the market. Anyways, let's look at PHA. For PHA, this is how it looks like. What's interesting is it broke out from this short-term resistance, the 0.83 level. Lakas ng volume na today. Not just volume, but also a large green candle. So this is your next resistance, which it also broke out from. Now, I'll just zoom in here so mas kita natin and mas may clarity tayo on how it could possibly look. Here, oops, sorry about that. Ayan, so your next possible resistance right now for PHA, I'm just going to draw it right here so at least kita nyo. And then you have also context on everything is this. So these are your next resistances. So key thing to watch out for Monday, at least from a quick trading standpoint, is 0.95. So by the way, just context also, PHA is not in my normal watch list. So if ever this is something that I would do, it will just be in a quick trade perspective, support resistance, support resistance, support resistance. So what I want to highlight is 0.95 resistance turn new support. Watch out for this next week. If this solidifies, next target price is 1.105. So this will give you an upside of around this much. And this will give you an upside if it breaks past that right here. So support 0.95, resistance 1.01, next resistance 1.195. So that's where we are right now for PHA. Uh, so I talked about Metrobank, Ali, BDO, SM Prime, PHA. I said I want to talk about seven. So let's look at URC first. So for URC, this is how it looks there. So URC, major uptrend still, but it's already starting to consolidate. Possible resistance right now is this shorter one is 153. Then you have another one at the 158 level. So please do write this down. Support 145, resistance 153, then followed by 155. So URC trend up, support 145, resistance 154, followed by 158. So again, I'll say this over and over. As long as the trend is up, you are a position trader, you maximize the trend. If you're a quick trader, follow the support and resistance that we have here. 145 support, 154 resistance, then you have another one at the 158 level. So I'll most likely close this video with Security Bank. This one is requested by Pastor Rico, Pastor from Victory. So this is for you. Uh, it's continually pushing up, no? What's interesting for Security Bank also from a support and resistance perspective is it's just continually breaking out. These are the resistances that it has broken, and it's also currently reversing. So if you look at it, somehow, no, not equally the same, but it looks like almost the same progression and narrative as how BDO would look. So, anyways, just to put this to an end, Security Bank is reversing. Security Bank is pushing towards an uptrend. Security Bank is no longer the downtrend. Security Bank is continuing its breakout, and all of the parameters are relatively bullish. That being said, Security Bank broke past 111, which is a resistance no more. It also broke out from 125, which is over the past few days, it has not tested it. So it shows you that more people were pushing it and buying it further. So our next current resistance right now is at the 147.5 level, which from the breakout from 125 could possibly give you an upside of 147.5. So I guess that's it for now. I hope you guys got a lot from this, and I hope this is something that's helpful. I just have a favor if you guys are super game. Minsan lang ako magpa-request ng subscribers, but may goal ako para sa sarili ko. Uh, I wanted to have 200,000 subscribers for my first channel, at least for the end of the year. Uh, if you find value in what I do, appreciate it if you could hop on over to the first channel, uh, plus subscribe, then smash the bell. Then if you could share it to friends, that would be amazing too. And if you like this channel also, puro stock market lang nandito, press like, subscribe, smash the bell so you get updated every time I come up with new content about investing. So I guess that's it. That's all naman I want lang. To give value to you, and I hope that if this gives you tremendous value, that um, press yung like button. No naman. I guess that's it. Happy weekend, guys. And if you guys have any other stocks that you guys want me to talk about, just put it in the comment section, slide a DM via Instagram, or send it via Patreon. And yun, have a good weekend. And then I have to end this na kasi maglalaro ng StarCraft, so I upload ko pa to eh. So pag Friday, that's when I play StarCraft with sila Jay Dakanay. Jay Dakanay, I don't know if he watches this, but sobrang yaman na boss sa SAP sa Australia. So multi-country StarCraft games. Anyways, bye guys and see you all.